Prabhupada always explained to us that this unnecessary industry and
Ugra karma.
Yeah, Ugra karma.
There's a devotee in New Taliban in Mississippi who has started. He's got a website called the Second Half. He's calling it the Second Half. The second half of the movement is 50%. Tapapunj.
Oh, I know Tapapunj.
Yeah. So, and he's in Taliban now. He's planning to move to Alachua.
I see.
He's got 5 acres he's going to work with here.
I know.
But he's got a website. And he's talking about this very thing.
I've talked to him about this same thing. In fact, I explained this. The same thing I'm explaining to you, I explained to him. And I know that he understands it. There has to be an environment where people can practice Krishna consciousness in every way. Somebody's a carpenter, someone's an electrician, somebody's a mechanic, somebody is just a family man, he's growing, producing agriculture. And there already is a direction in the young people of these years, like the 60s. They wanted an alternative to what they were inheriting from their parents. They didn't want to follow that same path. So they're the people who joined Prabhupada. The philosophy just, Hare Krishna. And similarly, there are young people today who see, the evils of industry and this new digital technology is just consuming people for nothing. And they're thinking of taking to that alternative where they go on the land, but they think that is the end goal. It's not. It's simply a platform which is more practical and realistic for pursuing the real goal, which is to get out of the cycle of birth and death, go back to Godhead.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who have farms, and they're like there's one in Kentucky, there's one north of Detroit.
There's one up in Washington, on the border of Washington, Hansadutta Prabhu.
Yeah.
And Ishan, the guy who put the devotee who put the drum, the Balaram drum together.
Okay.
He's in New Mexico.
Ah.
But now one thing I've noticed, all these people, they are alone. They don't have sufficient manpower and association, and and that has to be addressed.
Yeah, there's one devotee in Detroit. He's got a house with a beautiful garden, and he's got a couple of pieces of land. Just like because there's all these lots, that are just torn down houses, and so there's empty lots everywhere. So he's purchased a couple of these together lots. He's got a big garden with it's called Detroit to Bloom or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
In the city?
Right in the city. And it's right next, just a block or two from the temple, from the Fisher Mansion. But he's doing it all by himself and his family, and he's got some kind of volunteers who help. But that's his thing, He's growing flowers, and he sells the flowers.
I see.
But he's been making his living doing that for the last 30 years, something like that.
Yeah, see, this is the next wave. Because these temples are not going to be filled up again like they were when Prabhupada was here, young.
It's a different era. It's a whole different.
Well, yes, in time everything transforms from one thing to another. But but there is a necessity, and Prabhupada articulated it in Vrindavan before he left his body. And so those older